He's saying too many S's. It's like series.
Series of SIGs for
Weird.
today.
So a lot of SIGs.
Concealment of series of SIGs.
Okay.
So today we're talking about a couple. JB's going to go over the tiny puny ones because he's got baby hands, and I'm going to go over the bigger man-sized guns. So we'll start off fresh with the 365, and then we'll move up from there. Welcome back to Rifle Supply Videos. Today we're talking about SIGs, concealment. We're talking about all kinds of things. We're actually going to go over just SIGs today. We're going to start doing a little bit of a concealment series or a little bit of EDC carry series. We're going to start off.
He's saying too many S's. It's like series.
Series of SIGs for
weird.
today.
So a lot of SIGs.
Concealment of series of SIGs.
Okay.
So today we're talking about a couple. JB's going to go over the tiny puny ones because he's got baby hands, and I'm going to go over the bigger man-sized guns. So we'll start off fresh with the 365, and then we'll move up from there.
Yep.
Let's see how he shoots.
So we're going to go 365. We're going to go 365 XL. We're going to go macro, and then we're going to go to the 320 or M18, whatever, with a couple different variants. Okay, starting off the 365. The smallest version. I know they make a 380 model. We just have the 9mm models here today. I like the guns. Like he said, I have small hands. It's easy for me to purchase. These ones are even small for my hands. So I'm going to show you a couple different things. So this is my, everybody knows I have a Malinois that I train. So this is my dog fanny pack, but it also houses my concealed carry. This 365 is my wife's actually. So you're going to notice the holster. We'll talk about holsters in another video. This has the uni clip. For guys and gals, it works out really good when you're not wearing a belt. But let's go ahead and pull this one out and check it out. Okay. So going to make sure it's clear. It's fine. That round is good. Okay, so we have the 365. Super small, super thin. This is not optic ready, but it does have a rail if you want to run a light on it, okay, guys? I like the size. It's very, very small. It's short, so I don't have to worry about the printing. And I know you guys have seen tons of videos on 365s. They've been out for a long time, stuff like that. We just wanted to give you our impression. Real quick positive. My wife is left-handed. You can flip the magazine release around on these, which is really nice. So this one you'll notice is on the index finger side for me because I'm right-handed, but you can flip it around both ways. As far as magazines, this is a 10-rounder. You can also put a 12-rounder. So this is a 10-rounder that fits flush, okay? Oops, you're going to have to cut that, but whatever, YouTube. So this fits flush. Sam, can I get you to slide? So with this one, when I hold this, and I'm going to point it downrange, okay? I can't even get my pinky on this. So I have to do what's called pinky wrapping. I have a lot of customers that come in. I talk to a lot of people that want the gun always to fit in their hand. Sometimes you're going to have to wrap your pinky. With a Glock 26, with this 365, with any of your small concealed carry guns, you're going to have to wrap your pinky, and you just need to shoot it and feel comfortable wrapping your pinky. You can smush your hand onto there like I could smush my hand on, but in an instant, it can come off right there, so you need to be comfortable with it here. So I'm going to put a couple rounds down range. Shot it a lot. They feel real good, so we'll just see how it goes. So as you can see, my pinky is wrapped on the bottom of this. It is not fitting on the top. So you just press out exactly how you would if it was on the gun or if it was wrapped on the bottom. So super comfy. You can get a lot of purchase on this gun because it is on the smaller side, right? So I can ride this real high so I can keep it on target. So we are clear. Shoots just fine. The bad guy is dead. But it's just as comfortable as the other ones to me because I'm used to wrapping my pinky, and the grip is basically the same. So if you're looking for something small, super concealable, with a good round count, so they have 12 round mags and 10 round mags, you have a really good round count. You're not dealing with like a 6 or 7 like we were back in the day with the 43 or the old shields and stuff like that before they had the pluses. You have good round count, and it's nice and thin. That's the 365. The next one we're going to go to is the XL. Okay, I have this one. I have the XL here. Okay, same thing on a lot of the points. Okay, this one is actually optic ready. Okay. Magazine release is reversible. As you can see, I don't have it on this side because this is my 365 XL. It does come with factory night sights, does have a rail, same thing. About the same width, it is going to be longer on the grip. So you'll be able to notice, even with the magazine out, and let's just go ahead and clear it. Even with the magazine out, I can get my entire hand onto this. Some people prefer that. I understand in a real quick situation, it's nice to purchase the entire gun. But for me, it is a little bit more comfortable, but not a ton more comfortable than the 365. The other thing that people don't think about when they're carrying or they're new to carrying or different things is also the weight of the gun. Everybody wants to carry 107 rounds, right? But you have all that weight that goes on. A full-size gun weighs more. If you're going to be carrying it all day, you need to be comfortable carrying all that weight all day. This one is a little bit heavier than 365, and there's a lot more rounds. So with that said, let's go ahead and keep this one clear. I'm going to show you a couple different magazines real quick. This is a SIG macro magazine. It is a 17 rounder, okay? Fits almost the same as the 15 rounder that comes with the XL, okay? And actually is a little nicer because it has a little angle to it and you get 2 more rounds. You can use either magazine in this gun, okay? So let's go ahead and go here. Okay, and holster, once again, doesn't matter. Here's another thing that I'm not super keen on. I carry a 48, also Glock 48. It's a little thinner. As you can see, I'm pretty much pure appendix carry here, and because I'm a little thinner, this one prints on me, right? So this handle prints because of this magazine. Without the magazine, it's not so bad, but I have to lose 5 rounds that way and just carry a 12 rounder, okay? So that's why, for me personally, my XL actually goes into this fanny pack that I take different places with me, and I can throw an extra mag in there, so I'm carrying 30 plus rounds, okay? So let's go ahead and just put a couple down range here. Threat. So it's nice. Like I said, different horsels will give you an easier purchase on it, right? But so, I mean, super comfortable. It's easy. You get a good purchase. It is a nice gun. I guess we can move on to the macro because it's almost the same thing, just a little bigger.
Yeah. So I carry the macro because I have bigger hands, and it's just a touch thicker. It's not much, but it feels better for me. I like that it has a bit more options. So these actually come with, I believe it's 3 separate grip thicknesses in the back and the rear. The different, whatever how you call these damn things, humps on the back. You have small, medium, large. I run the large one because I have bare paws. They come optic ready. There's 2 different models. This is not the true macro. This is the macro frame. This would be considered what it's called the 365 macro tac ops because it's not compensated on your slide. And it has a longer barrel. The regular 365 macro has a 3.01 or 3.02, I believe, and this one I believe is just about a 1/4 inch long.
And the magwell on the tac ops too, right?
Yeah, tac ops has the magwell as well. This is just a Frankenstein shit that I had because I had a 365 and I kind of just built this from the original 365, which is kind of nice.
And that's something we'll probably do a video on also, right? Regular 365, that one has a macro chassis. These FCUs are interchangeable. Mm-hmm. So he built that out of this.
Yeah, FCUs and slides are all interchangeable. They shoot really well. For me personally, again, it's just one of those things that I enjoy a larger gun.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
Show them how that mag fits versus this mag. So that's the So that's the 17.
This is the 17 for the
macro.
For the macro.
Okay, so show them this one because this is a macro mag also.
So the macro frame is actually a bit longer than the 365 XL frame. So that's why it has this extension on it. It's so it actually fits and doesn't have a gap of this distance on your 365 XL. So the 17 rounders are the exact same. They make extensions for them so you can carry 19, 20 rounds. If you can't hit them with 17, I don't know what the fuck the problem is. But I carry an extra on the side in a Neo mag. So I don't necessarily want to sacrifice concealment for round count. That's one thing a lot of people don't think about. You really shouldn't be sacrificing the fact that you can conceal the firearm and be kind of blend in with the average, the hubbub. You know, you don't want to put yourself as a target because you have this fucking giant staccato sitting inside your pocket or inside your belt, and you just see this giant fat brick in your shorts. So think about that when you're talking about concealment. Let's shoot the dang thing, see how she feels. Yeah, it shoots fine. It's not a hard gun to shoot. I kind of compare it to shooting like a Glock 19, but a little bit thinner. It does fit that large hand platform, so you can see I can get a full grip on it without sacrificing any purchase, and I can get the other hand just fine. And it's not overly large to where you can't conceal it. If you have a smaller frame, you are looking at a bit more difficulty when you're concealing. It is not.
Yeah, because he's wider than I am. These are about the same length, and his doesn't print. And you can see mine does.
Yeah,
and
you get a little bit here and there if you're not wearing a big enough shirt.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the game you play when you talk about concealment, because if you're going to conceal larger guns, you got to change the way you dress. If you're going to conceal smaller guns, you can kind of change the way you dress too. Like if you're rocking a 365, you could probably wear board shorts and a tank top. If you're rocking a macro, probably can't unless you have a barrel chest that sticks out 5 inches in front of your body. So, which can happen. From here, we're actually going to go over to the new California Compliant M18 that's on the roster, which is rad. And then we'll go to another version of the M18 that kind of shows a little bit of the modularity of the actual firearm.
Yeah, the Brower doesn't have a safety either.
Yeah. So this is the new California Compliant M18. I'm sure everyone has seen probably everything about this because it's been the talk of the town for the last, I shit you not, well, since they came out, what, a month ago?
Yeah.
Or since they were released a month ago. Mag disconnect. It does have a chamber indicator. It does have an external safety, so you have 3 right there already, safety procedures. Does come optic cut. Comes with the M18 optic cut, which is different from your standard 320 optic cut. If you don't know a lot about that, it's a rabbit hole for sure. Equally as modular, the FCU drops into pretty much anything that has a safety in it, and you can still use the safety delete pin, which is also pretty rad. But let's try and throw some rounds down range and see how concealable it may be.
I haven't shot that one.
Let's toss this thing in the holster real quick. Oh. I'm running a Chaos concealment holster because we don't really have much that fits the M18 just yet, and they're coming out with all kinds of cool newfangled stuff. But it feels good. It's actually pretty comfortable. It fits this one, the other M18 we have, which is a different grip module, so it'll actually fit majority of your P320s. Let's just see how the damn thing shoots. Did that last run out? And it shoots like any other polymer frame gun, shockingly enough. I am not a I'm not a striker fire fanboy, and I'm not the newest fanciest shit fanboy. I enjoy guns that shoot well, and these do shoot well. They feel good in the hand, and they're relatively simple, which is really all you can ask for. If you ask any Glock fanboy, it's exactly why they love Glocks, is because they shoot and they work. That's really about it. Same thing with these SIGs. There's a lot of talk, so much talk about how these things are pieces of shit. I enjoy them. I shoot one recreationally. I don't carry into the 320s just because I like the 365s for a carry gun, but I shoot one recreationally, and I have had absolutely zero issues with it. It's a tack driver for me. So from here, we'll move on to the Brower Edition M18.
One thing we're not going to cover, some people carry 229s, some people carry 220s and 45. That's a personal preference. It's just not the norm with those big, thicker metal guns, so we didn't want to touch on those today only. We wanted to hit the 4 main guns that are really carried CCW.
If anyone's carried a metal frame firearm, whichever one it is, unless you have a real sturdy belt or you have big old birthing hips, it's going to fall down a little bit. Like I said, you get these guys that carry these giant Scottos or giant 1911s and Berettas, and if you can comfortably carry it, if you're doing it for long enough, whatever. I don't give a shit. As long as you shoot well and you can conceal it, I don't really care what you carry. The most consumer profiles will actually be grabbing these polymer frame.
Just our preference.
Firearms, you know. It's just what we like to shoot, and it's not super heavy. And I know every tactical guy is going to argue, like, well, I want to carry this many things and this and this and this, and I get it. But for the average Joe who's just carrying because he likes to carry a firearm, because he's pro-2A, because he likes to do all the shit that an American likes to do, but he doesn't some tactical goober, I'm totally fine with somebody carrying just a simple gun that works for them. I carry a lot of shit because I'm one of those tactical goobers, which is fine, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement to be inside the shooting community to be that one dude that carries tourniquet, flashlight, extra
Tactical
knife,
toothpick,
17 knives in case one breaks. I get it. I get it because you prepare for the worst. I get it. It's whatever. But not everyone's going to do that.
Show us this gun already.
All right. This
Wait,
is
you got to
Justin's
show
gun.
it to him.
This is Justin's gun, so it's probably not going to work.
Hey, that's not cool.
This is an actual M18 that has the delete pin in it. This is the Brower grip, which kind of makes it more of like a 1911.
1911.
It does have an extended magazine release. You can kind of see it poking up right there because he's got little baby thumbs. I believe this is a Leupold Delta Point.
Yep, Delta Point Pro.
Okay. Whenever we do an optics video, we'll talk about those.
Okay.
It feels good. It's actually not a bad piece. These grips, the beauty of the 320 is you can do whatever the fuck you want to it. And I love that. Let's see if it actually works. Woo. He hasn't shot this gun yet, so I wanted to break it in for him.
I have.
Oh, no.
I have. You did not de-virginize that.
Damn it. Yeah, it feels like a polymer gun.
Yep.
But it shoots really well. It's really kind of all you can ask for of your guns. Like, if you can pick it up and never have shot it, that's kind of the key to a great gun. If you can pick it up, shoot it, and get rounds on target, that's all you should really care about.
I mean, he really only does when he's this close.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Like, I can grab an M18 that I haven't shot before and try it out, and it feels the exact same as my 320. I can grab this Brower one. It feels the exact same as my regular 320. The macro's the same stuff. They make guns that, if you're gripping properly and you're not even an experienced shooter, if you're an okay shooter, you can pick it up and put it down range. Nothing fancy, nothing advanced, which is kind of why I like the SIG platform so much now. It's why they're so popular right now, is because they're just good guns that work well.
And the modular.
Yeah.
Like, for me, the pluses are they make different variants. You can switch those variants out. Some thin ones. You know, like I said, this grip is a little bit too long for me to carry concealed all the time. I'm not as wide as Sam is. So, yeah, just to recap, I mean, they all work great. I think everybody at the shop carries a SIG in some form. Mm-hmm. Different variants, left-handed, right-handed, as far as magazine releases, optic, no optic, light, no light. And we just really like them. We wanted to show you guys the modularity of them and the positives and the negatives, and hopefully this helped you guys out with making your decision on your CCW gun, or maybe just one maybe you'll just carry a different one today and try it out.
If you're looking for firearms, please cruise to Rifle Supply and ask us about these. We can totally at least get one in your hands so you can feel them.
Yep.
I know we're ordering more than our wallets can even afford sometimes, so we're trying to make sure we have as many firearms as we possibly can for you guys to come in and check out. And then cruise here. We're here at FT3. Yep. Come here. Please check them out. The entire staff is amazing. They let us come here and shoot and do these videos for you guys. And they're always super complimentary of us, and they're always super complimentary of the shop. And they send a lot of business our way. And they're just great people.
We ship nationwide too. Mm-hmm. So if you want to order from Rifle Supply, if you like our content, if you like our customer service when you call us, we can ship you guns to your local FFL. Whatever you guys need, we ship to every state. So hopefully you guys had a good time. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Got some rounds down range, and we'll see you next week or later this week.